Have Quakers become like those, those guys that used to kind of go around in the middle of town and they'd have the clapperboard on them, "The end of the world is nigh." Have Quakers become like that? Because am I the only one with a spiritual life, which means that we're filled with lightness, that we see the light that spreads out over the darkness? Like, that's what early Quakers were known for. George Fox, that's exactly what he said to us, that he had found this practice, which meant that Christ himself can teach us. And from that, you can face anything. You don't look into the darkness. You don't keep looking in there. You actually see the light that flows over it. And I just wonder sometimes whether there's a lot of climate change fear. Of course, there's a lot of fear of war and famine and real pain and distress. I know that. But this is the gift. There is death and destruction throughout this planet. God only knows why. But also, God has given us this experience to be able to float over it, filled with light. And I just wish that Quakers today were telling you all about that as well, because that is a really great reason to develop your own spiritual practice. And Quakers can do that. So I just hope we just see a little bit of this end is nigh business. And let's get into our spiritual practice. Move into that silence and that peacefulness and that stillness, and allow that feeling, that energy to build up in you, and to listen to that voice and what it's got to say to you. Because that will make everything better. And I wish it for you.